We don't do things quite halfway. We've done it the right way up, my general. I don't know what way up it is. It is the right way up. Mighty leader. A couple of these, yeah.
Oh, now I believe it. Oh, look at that.
That's it, skip too long. It's near enough here.
Everyone else. Everyone else as well. I love it. Thanks. Brilliant.
Give us a hug. Give us a hug.
Give us a tea.
Lovely. Quite close request. Staying in there like that.
Okay, so why are you here today?
Well, we oppose Tesco generally moving another store into this town. There are 11 Tesco's in the borough of Southend already, which is only 5 square miles, and they outnumber every other supermarket combined in this town, and we just think they have a dominant position in the town, and to move in another store into the centre of Southend will have a detrimental effect on the retail diversity of this area. Small businesses can't compete, they will close down, and also a huge store like this in this area is going to cause massive traffic problems, and all the traffic congestion and the environmental impact that that would cause.
Why no social housing? What's that about?
Well, originally when this plan was proposed and they went for outline planning permission, they proposed building 276 units of social housings and 20 additional houses on top of that. Now initially we thought that even though we do not like the idea of Tesco's coming into town, we're desperate for social housing. So initially we sat back and we thought, okay, if they're going to put social housing, we won't oppose this too publicly because we do need the social housing. But now they've withdrawn the social housing. We're not getting the social housing, but we're still getting a huge, great big full-storey store on the site, and it's just wrong. We need social housing, and as we said before, no social housing, no deal. Southend Borough Council should be opposing this, standing up to the likes.
My name is Julian Esposito, and I am standing for the Green Party in South Church, Southend-on-Sea. I have been shopping locally most of my life. Coming from a small shopkeeping background, I believe if we can support our local shopkeepers, then we can keep our own prices down and we can regulate our own markets. Tesco's has become too big a fish in our society. So big a fish that we are unable to stop it swimming through our town and reaping whichever damage it chooses upon our small shopkeepers and upon our local community. Tesco's had the opportunity to produce social housing for our more needy members of society. They have decided to go against their original promise, then to build a shop in the vicinity between Southend and Prittlewell, where there are a number of small shopkeepers struggling to survive already. If we allow this big fish to carry on eating up our local shops and our local community, we will be unable in the future to have any say or pressure whatsoever on our prices or on the goods that we are able to buy or goods that we will be available to use. Thank you very much for listening.
No social housing. We've been Tesco'd.
This is a very rich company. They should certainly stick to what they've been promising in the past.
Right, this is really the antithesis of sustainable communities. We've been saying it for 30, 40 years or more. Think Schumacher. Small is beautiful. Small shots.
We need social housing. Tesco should be made to provide it.
Southend Borough Council is a privately owned corporation.
All corporations are in business to make profit.
Do you have a share certificate of Southend Council? You don't own it.
We've no council houses in Southend, and now we're not going to have houses that people can afford. Tesco should be made to keep their promise.
Tesco made a promise for social housing. They should keep it.
Tesco should not be allowed to get away with this.
The council should be standing up for the people of Southend.
We already have 11 outlets in a 5-mile radius. Absolute saturation. We've got to give way and give the small businesses a chance in this town.
No social housing, no deal.
I'm a local resident. The issue of social housing would be better than the Royal Mail lorries screaming up and down the street. There is the issue of parking. We need social housing. We don't need all the big companies taking over. Too many Tesco's. Far too many Tesco's.